All right, so this is going to be week 9 of building Wellsworth, and it's been a good week. I got in my pick a brick order. I want to say Monday. I was away working on Monday, so when I got back home on Tuesday, I was able to get it. I was able to work on a little bit this week, and I made a decision kind of, as you'll kind of see as we move further on with building Wellsworth. Though I get in a whole bunch of parts, and you'll see I do get in a lot of parts, I'm going to limit myself on my building. What does that mean? So I don't want to have what's happened already. I'm not saying never will, where I build, and then like, oh crap, I got to order parts. And then I wait. And then I build right away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to ration my parts. So instead of going ahead and knocking out, this building and the roofs and that, I've decided to divide everything up. So this week we are going to talk about or work on the second station building as a structure. There's no roof on it, obviously, as you can see. Where next week we will be working on the roof for the main station building and trying to finish up the signal box. With that, I know with the signal box, there's a lot of more stuff I want to talk about next week with it. But this week, we're going to get this all built, and we're actually going to go ahead and finish the back wall of will kind of be the parking lot. So, without further ado, because I can't think of anything else to say, let's go ahead and start week 9 right now.
Hey everyone, I just got back from work, and the first part of this segment is going to be my pick-a-brick order. I just got it in, I came home from work, and it was waiting for me. So I've gone ahead, and I've only cut the ribbons off that keep the box sealed, mainly because I thought I'd actually just completely open this for once on screen. Usually what I do is I open it up myself, and then I go ahead, kind of organize everything. But like I said, usually it takes so long for pick-a-brick to get in, I kind of forget some of the smaller parts I ordered. Like I know I ordered parts for the building wall, I know I ordered parts for the building roof, pardon me, but I can't remember what, some of the extra fun stuff was. So I open it up. That's just my kind of packing order. So let's see. Oh yeah, I got roof tiles for the signal box. So this kind of stinks. Though this has a lot of my random parts in it that I need, I ordered a whole bunch of these 2x6 plates in tan, which is fine because I can use it for other projects, but I ordered them because I needed them to finish off the front right side of the mock, which we finished off last week. So unfortunately, I kind of ordered in some parts that I don't need anymore, at least for the project. Otherwise, in here you can see I have some red tiles for another project. I have these teeth pieces for the platform cover. I got some other smaller parts in here and whatnot that we can work on this week for sure. I think I know what I want to work on this week, like the main thing, and then we're going to work on like 1 or 2 smaller things. What else do we have in here? Yes. I don't know if this is going to be really close, so this could be all we need of these nougat or nougat, whatever they call it. I've been calling it nougat. I hear a lot of people online pronouncing it as nougat as well. But I think I got another like 400 of these. Let's see. I don't know. I got to open up. One of these has a paper in it. It's probably this one, in all honesty. Usually the big one. Yeah, you can kind of see it there in the corner. It's not really showing right there. You can see it. It's got kind of an inventory slip in there. But I think I ordered around 400 of these, so we'll see if that helps with the second station building. I did reduce the size of the second station building. I think height-wise it's going to be about the same, but I did I'm not sure. And then our last part, roof slopes. So as you know, I got those corner pieces in last week. I actually got to order in a couple more. Actually, I placed an order last night while I was at work, and I forgot to add in the corner parts to go with these. I only need like 2 of them, so it kind of ticks me off. I forgot to order them in. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to kind of check my bank account because, again, I want to be able to save money as well as spend money. So I'm going to see and maybe place another small order through bricks and pieces to get those in. But yeah, that's it. Kind of just lay everything out. So this is, there's quite a bit of pieces here. I think there's around 2,000, 2,500 pieces or so. And some of it's varying stuff. Like in here, I got some parts for some freight cars. I got some parts for some little fire extinguishers I'm working on. I got some parts for other freight cars. Some other parts I kind of ordered in just to be sure I had enough. Like I was borderlining, so I ordered in like another 10 or 20. I got some other slopes. I got more of those olive green slopes I'm working on stuff with. But anyways, I ordered in. Oh, sweet, I did. I got in my 1x6s. We can finish off my express coaches too. So let's go ahead and see what I decide to do, because I haven't, as the time I'm recording this little segment, I have not decided what I'm going to do this week. I think I know, but I'm not sure. Let's move on to the next part of the video. So I decided that the next part of this week is I got to clean up this front side of the mock. I got to get rid of Peter. But I have a whole bunch of just parts randomly laying out. Some parts I need like these or those or whatever. But other parts you can kind of see here. I've been going through and scavenging it for parts and whatnot. And I kind of left a mess out here. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up because it's going to help me actually see where I'm at, even though I know where I'm at, and decide how I want to proceed, because I think I've decided I'm going to go ahead and see how much of the wall I have left, mainly because if I'm only, let's say, 100 or 40 bricks short, I want to order those like tomorrow. I want to order those as soon as possible because it's not going to cost me as much. It's just not going to be as expensive, so I might as well just order them in right away after all. So it's only going to be a couple seconds for you, but give me a few minutes. I'm going to go ahead and clean off this section so we can go ahead and get building this building. So something I wasn't sure if I did with the main station building is I kind of want to show you how I'm doing the inside. This building is going to have a lot less inside than the main station one, even though the main station building really doesn't have an inside. Obviously, since this station is going to be facing the platform, you're not going to really get a chance to look into it. On the off chance you do, I want to at least put a floor in there just to kind of... just in case somehow in the video, once I have the building up and I'm recording some other stuff, if I can see into it, I might. But obviously it's not something I want to allocate parts to because I'm not going to a show. And really, I just want the big picture view when everything's all said and done. So I will kind of cheat a little bit and not build an interior. I'm just going to put my floor in and go ahead and do that. You'll notice that this actually comes with the same level as the platform. Reason for that is because when I was building over here, I noticed the door frame obviously sits up a little bit. So, because it sits up a little bit, I can kind of go ahead and take the advantage of that and use it to... I can use it to my advantage. I don't know what else I'm going to try to say here, but I can use it to my advantage. I can lay out everything, and I don't need to go crazy and using a large number of plates to create this under support. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put this all together, and see what else is left, or at least what it looks like when it's all said and done. So here's where we're at right now. After looking at several different pictures online from several different seasons of the television series, I came across with this design. Now you're looking at the back side, obviously, but I got a window here, door, wall, door, window, window. Now I gotta double check, actually, this window actually might supposed to be two bricks or 4 bricks wide. I actually got to double check that because the problem was I was building it and then I was accidentally building it backwards from the photo, so actually now I got to go back in and look at that. But this is pretty much it, what it's going to be looking like, and then I just got to go ahead and add in the last 3 walls. This building is shorter than the main station building, so that does mean this is going to be its top height. Actually, I'll have one more row of bricks so we can get the canopy or the platform cover in, and then that would be where the roof starts. So that's pretty good. I'm actually really excited that the building is smaller. I knew it was, it looked smaller whenever you looked at the photos, but I never really focused on it to be sure, okay, it is smaller. And I did have a feeling it was shorter, but I wasn't sure if it was just as wide. It might be just as long, but I'm not going to adjust the length of the building right now. I think it's good because I might be able to get this whole thing done without having to order in more of these parts. It'd be really nice. I don't want to order in these more of these parts because that's just a lot of money on my end. And mainly just because I just want to be done. I want to get these buildings done. They're looking fantastic. And if I can at least get all 4 walls done on all 2 buildings, it's going to be fantastic. So next time you see this structure, hopefully it will have 4 walls or almost 4 walls. All right. So this is what we've gotten so far. I've gotten 4 walls up, which is fantastic. And I've gotten the corners in as well. Not the detailing of the corners. That is the next step. But the corners nonetheless. So I'm kind of still deciding what I want to do. Unfortunately, I do not have enough bricks to complete inner walls like I did over here on this station. Now I can do one of 2 things. I can just leave it as it is, don't touch it. You know, it's what it is, especially because we are sitting on this side of the build. You're not going to be able to see into it. And really, I mean, even if I take you around on the inside, you're not going to be able to see much. Again, that door will have windows like these. I'm going to get more of these doors, but I think it'll be okay. I could just leave it as it is, except plate it over. Or what I could do is I could remove this wall here and this wall here, finish plating the inside and that little bit, that little area, then use those parts to create 2 walls here. Unfortunately, I don't think it's that big of a deal. And I set these up. The reason why these are double walled is, especially here, this one has a clock. So when you look in through the window down here, you know, when you look around, you should be able to see the clock and the little billboard or, you know, corkboard on the wall. Excuse me. Sorry, it's been a day. I'm a little not myself today. Got kind of a sore throat. But with this done, I think it's looking good. So comment down below what you think I should do. If I should just plate this over and call it good. If I should take time and mess with those interior walls to get more here. But I think right now we're just going to go with plating it over. I think that'll be the best decision. So that way, no matter where you look, you'll be able to see the ground. And then you'll just have this back wall. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this, the corner detailing. And that will probably be it. Before I do the corner detailing, I also want to point out with my part order, I did get the last of bricks I need for this back wall for the roadway and the parking lot. So that means this entire back side is now done, except for the detailing over here, which is alright, which is great. I got to actually add in one more olive green stock piece just to add in that kind of grass growing into the concrete or the asphalt. But otherwise, this back corner is done. It looks great and fantastic. And next week, which we're not going to talk about now, but I'll kind of tell you a little bit. Next week, we'll probably try to finish up this bit. So when we're looking at it, the back side is truly complete, but the wall is done. So I'd say like the last 4 studs back, everywhere except for a little bit over here, is done. So let me finish off the corners, and then we'll end out the video. Okay, so though I'm very close to finishing up all the detailing for the wall, I am a few 1x1 short, so that does mean in my next order I'm going to have to order in about 20. 20 is going to give me some extra. I got to do a little bit, got to do all but one 1x1 on this side and then a couple on this side. I guess what I didn't plan for with the 1x1s, I expected them all to alternate like this. However, I didn't really think through the idea of, you can see here, next to the door, how I had to use, 5 or 6 1x1s in a row because the door opens right there. I kind of didn't think about that when I was designing the building. It looks fine. I think it looks okay. I just didn't account for that and for the quantity. So we are a couple short, so that will be coming in the next order, which is fine because I know I don't have enough roofing parts or slopes for the roof. So that's fine. When I order more roof slopes, I'll order in a couple more of those, and that means the second station building is pretty much close to being done as well. It's not as big, which is exactly perfect for me. It replicates the actual kind of Series 1 station very well, and saves me parts. Not as big, which is great because I don't have very many of these bricks left. So that's perfect. I'd rather buy a couple 1x1s than some 1x2 bricks. So without further ado, in the last section, I showed you really quick that back wall I finished up because I didn't want to forget about it, recording it. So we're going to go ahead and end off the video this week.
Okay, so that was week 9, and I gotta say, a lot of fun. It feels great to get back building again. Now, I did have a midterm this week, so I didn't put as much building as I could have into it. What I kind of did is I studied up until about 8:30 at night, and then like 9 to 10, I did some work. And that's just, or I got up really early and I did some work. And that's just because I needed a lot, most of my time to study, and that's what I, to make sure I did. So, as you saw earlier, we got this done. I know I have these little trucks here. I kind of worked on some modifying some changes to these as well, but we obviously didn't talk about that in this week. With this building done, what does that leave us to do next week? Next week, as I said earlier in the beginning, I want to finish the roof of the station, or not the station, the signal box for sure. I want to see how far I get with the roof on the main station building. Now, as I kind of said throughout the video, the second building's a lot smaller, which is great, which means less parts. However, I know I'm going to have to order more roof slopes in, because right now, this is all I have for roof slopes, and this might finish off that building. It might. I think if we were to do the second station building, I think this would be enough. If not, we'd be like 10 bricks short, and I'd be super angry. But we're going to go ahead and get the main station building done, because as I said, what I've been trying to do with this build is build strategically. Sorry, that was my phone, went off. So we will focus back and then move forward towards the front of the table, front of the mock. But yeah, what does that mean? Like I said, next week's roofs. And what I might be doing is waiting and then working on some more detailing stuff. I got in some parts too to work on the plating between the tracks. I actually went ahead this week, though I didn't film it because it's after I've gotten done filming, except for the beginning and the opening segments because I record those last, is the fence. I made some changes after looking at some images and watching a couple episodes, so I actually made the fence bigger. It was only like 3 sections, I think before maybe 4 sections. Now I lengthened it out, and we'll take a look at that either next week or the week after. And you might even, next week, you might even just see it as the camera passes by. But I want to thank you all for watching. I'm going to try to put something out next week. I really am. It's just with school, it may not happen, because between work and school, those things do come first. And like I kind of said earlier, a lot of my building gets done late at night or really early in the morning. And with my other people in the house sleeping, I don't like to record because I don't want to wake them up. Otherwise, though, I want to thank you all for watching. Please comment down below, especially because I did ask you that question about the building here. I think, personally, I'm just going to go ahead and plate the inside because, again, you're not going to be able to look inside. But if you really think I should add those walls in, leave a comment down below saying so. Otherwise, I want to thank you all for watching. I promise to Peter, if you follow me on Instagram, Peter has just been revealed. I will be getting a video up very soon. I recorded the video, and then I made some minor changes that affect the video, not so much the photos being posted. So I promise I'll get his video out as soon as I can. So I want to thank you all for watching, and have a happy Halloween. I will see you in my next video.